Hello and welcome. In this tutorial, we're going to build and deploy a Web3 dApp to the Sapphire runtime on the Oasis network. Sapphire is a confidential EVM environment running inside of trusted execution environments, otherwise known as TEAs. This is what allows confidential storage to happen for smart contracts. We encrypt end-to-end the user transactions from their browser to this execution engine, allowing developers to develop novel dApps, such as a dead person's switch that would allow a time-delayed release of confidential information, for example, used by journalists, or for everyday parents to make announcements, like a baby gender reveal. So let's get started. We're going to be using Hardhat with TypeScript for this tutorial. So that will rely on a local Node.js environment. We will begin by creating our quick start directory, and we're just going to start a Hardhat project. We will choose a TypeScript project, and we do want to install additional dependencies with Hardhat Toolbox. So at this point, we should just have a bare bones Hardhat project. And let's take a look at what is inside. So in this situation, we have a bare minimum Hardhat config. Now we're ready to install the Sapphire Hardhat integration as our project dependency. I will be using npm, but you are welcome to use the package manager of your choice. So now that we have installed our dependency, we must import it. And we can just do that right here. So there's a little bit of magic where this extension will just wrap relevant network config entries, so you won't have to worry about that. But we do want to ensure that we set up our test wallet accounts appropriately. So we'll be relying on an environment variable, this private key, in order to pass this account information. And we will add our networks over here. So I am adding 3 Sapphire networks, but the one we will be deploying to during this tutorial is the Sapphire testnet network. You're welcome to try to deploy to mainnet later, or if you like to download a Docker container with the full Sapphire environment to run for local testing or development purposes, you have that information as well right here. So let's come back, and we want to make sure that we have some testnet tokens in order to deploy our smart contract. we bypass our Cloudflare checks, and you want to select the Sapphire network. In this case, this is my testing wallet address, which I will paste over here. Confirm that I am not a robot, and request some testnet tokens. And that's it. So now let's come back to our tutorial. So we will need to create our Sapphire smart contract called Vigil. And we have the contents of the smart contract right over here. So let's take a look. So this contract holds secrets, and you'll notice that secrets is a private variable. So private variables do stay private to the smart contract. And you will see that we have a few methods. So we have this function create secret, which allows the population of a secret. And we have this very interesting function reveal secret, which does not check for ownership or the identity of the account calling this function. Instead, it just checks that the current block's timestamp is further along than the original expiration set. So this just means that we want to make sure that the intent of the secret uploader is respected and that the secret is not released too early. So now that we have our smart contract, we want to set up the hard hat tasks in order to deploy and to test our smart contract. So we're going to make our new directory here, tasks. That should be one level higher. And we will create our index.ts file. So we want to copy over the setup tasks to deploy our smart contract, create a new secret, and then check the secret. So in this case, we set a delay of 30 seconds when we create a secret before it can be revealed. And we try to confirm that is indeed the case. So we want to check the secret immediately, which should fail, and we will have to wait the full 30 seconds before this reveal secret call will succeed. Okay. So let's give this a test. And of course, we must import our tasks that we have defined in our hard hat config file. Now, I have already exported my private key as an environment variable, but you're welcome to include that here and run it as one single line. But I am able to just run npx hard hat. So we will do that for the Sapphire testnet network. So we'll see that our smart contract Vigil has been deployed to this address. And we stored a secret, this transaction. We tried to check the secret. We did not succeed immediately. And now we're going to have to wait before we can try again. And there. So let's take this contract address. We will come back and we will open our testnet explorer. And let's take a look at this contract address. So we see 2 transactions. And we have our creation, our contract call. And we have the secret created event that we emitted earlier. So that's it. You have succeeded in building and deploying a Sapphire smart contract. Congrats.